Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another podcast of Network Bastion. As you can see, visiting my friend Rudy Holzhausen, and it's raining cats and dogs outside. In the kitchen, Rudy, we're going to make a nice stew later on. In the summer in the Western Cape, unheard of rain coming down. Rudy, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Ferdinand. Like I said, it's a pleasure having you here at my house. And unfortunately, there's no bride, but there'll be a lekker stew this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. Rudy just recently moved down to Mossel Bay, built a huge successful business up north, and then decided to come down. He's missing the bushveld. I've spoken to him. Mr. Bushveld, get some tears in your eyes sometimes.
Definitely, Ferdinand. Like I said, the ocean is good for the soul, but the bushveld there's no place like the bushveld. So as soon as I can get back into the bushveld, I'll be there.
Great stuff. Well, guys, like I said, Rudy came down here. He started a business. Me and Rudy, we grew up in Brits. We spent some time together. Wrestling. He always beat me in wrestling. He was a really good wrestler, sports person. Great leadership qualities. And then we went to Brits High School. I went to Wagpos. And at the end of the day, moved to the Western Cape, and we didn't see each other for a long time. And then eventually started playing rugby together once I came back from overseas, and then built that friendship again. And just an absolute gentleman. He was also the leader of my rugby team where I played, and it's just nice to be here and to share his story with you guys. Rudy, take us through the road you traveled, the way that you got to where you are today, and just give us a quick summary of how everything went for you, how you got to where you are, and then we will take it from there.
Thank you. Yes, I'm just going to start about 10 years ago. I had a very good opportunity at Builders Warehouse, where I actually started as a key accounts manager. And I must say, through Builders Warehouse, I really, the contacts that I've made, the people that I met, the suppliers that I deal with on a daily basis, that really have set the benchmark actually for me for where I am today. So I worked for Builders Warehouse as a key accounts manager for 5 years. I got promoted as a regional manager. And just 4 months into as a regional manager, we decided to move overseas. And we did a short trip to New Zealand.
Yep.
And unfortunately, or fortunate enough, that things didn't work out for us. So we came back after 4 months, and I really didn't actually know what to do. So I made use of all the contacts I made through the years at Builders Warehouse. So I started supplying cement actually to RDP construction guys. So mostly in the Limpopo. And I was always knocking on the door for a couple of RDP houses to start building. So we actually got a lot of, I call it rescue projects, where guys, contractors have moved in and never finished it. So then we were called and said, there's wall-based foundations, and finished it up. So we started with that. Eventually we had a very, very successful company that was doing supplying building material and building RDPs as well.
Fantastic.
And, last year we decided that we're going to leave the bushveld and Limpopo and the government projects for supplying ready mix here in the Western Cape, where we are now today. That's basically where we got.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Now, Rudy, what was the challenges when you came down here? Obviously, you being from the bushveld, we know there's a bit of a different challenge to living down here. But what was your challenges in the logistics, getting everything set up? Mainly was it a challenge to get the place where you will get the sand? Give us a little bit of, elaborate a bit about that.
Yes, there was a lot of challenges. Like I said, we use heavy machinery, so and we all had to come down from Tsenin actually. So we actually started last year in June that we started moving our machines up to the R. We had a little project that we did also some RDP work, and from there we moved it down here. But like I said, it's heavy machinery that you need to move. It's not just a day's travel and you are here. And basically, because you're in a province where everything luckily still works and is run by the right people, you can't just come here and set up things. You need to make sure that everything is in place. So we did have some challenges to find actually the correct grounds and suppliers as well. Because there's a lot of things that need to go into ready mix to make sure when you build a house that everything is not going to tumble down on you. So we actually, it was quite challenging to get all the information from the municipality to make sure you comply to all the regulations that's needed for. And but eventually in September, the second week in September, we started pouring concrete. So yeah, we still have challenges every day. So it's not just a smooth sailing at the moment.
For sure.
But definitely, I think all the businesses in the country at the moment, there's a lot of challenges, especially with Eskom.
Yeah.
So we need to work around that, and but we're going strong.
That's great, Rudy. And when you came down here, you started up the company, and then obviously the network that you built through your builder's warehouse. Is it builder's warehouse? Yes. The network that you built, that helped you a lot to quickly set up and move. It would have been really difficult, would you say, if you arrive here in Mossel Bay and you had to start all over. So that network of people that you know was critical in starting up and hit the ground running.
Definitely, it was. Firstly, we were actually contacted by Builders Warehouse regional manager in the Western Cape, Mr. Flock, and said, why don't you come and have a look at Mossel Bay to set up your batch plant here. And we started negotiations with them, and I'm fortunate enough to have a partner in this, which is Job Diedericks.
Fantastic.
Job is still in Gauteng. He's the owner of a building there as well. And without Job, I couldn't do this at all. But like I said, with all the contacts between me and Job, fortunate enough, all the contacts we've made through the years in the building industry and with Builders Warehouse at the moment, it makes things a little bit easier and networking as well. So we know a lot of contractors because we've in the last 8 years we've actually been in the building industry. And there's a lot of guys moving down here from Gauteng, so it's not just not even just Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Gauteng, Free State, all over is down here. So there's a lot of guys that have already crossed, my paths has already crossed previously.
Fantastic.
Like I said, we fortunately enough to have a partner like Job with him that is going through a lot with us and with Builders Warehouse taking hands to make sure that things are running smoothly at the moment.
Fantastic. And tell us about some of the contracts you gained. Is there any? Can you name a few that you just recently signed and that you're busy working on at the moment?
Yes, definitely. Builders Warehouse actually provides. You can apply for credit from them.
Okay.
So through Builders Warehouse, they have actually the capacity to give big accounts, and one of their biggest clients at the moment is people busy with the biggest project, I would say, on the garden route, and it's called Hartland. And within Hartland, Builders Warehouse is currently doing negotiations, supplying them with material as well. And so, yeah, we are going to definitely pour in concrete this year there. So Hartland is already busy. I think it's almost 2 years that's up and running. There's 3,500 residential houses, units that's coming up.
Wow, that's amazing.
We also started with a school this year that will be opening its doors next year. Then we are slowly working with another project that is going to start in a couple of months' time with 245 units that's going to be set up just across from Hartland. That we've been contacted and busy with negotiations in dealings as well. So yeah, that is basically the two biggest ones, but we also supply the private guys, a lot of contractors at the moment that's busy with 3 or 4 projects, but Hartland is definitely one of the biggest projects, and we are, there's a lot in the pipeline as well that in this region that definitely going forward I will inform you of them and we'll have a talk about it as well.
That's fantastic. And Rudy, are you looking at broadening your horizon? Are you thinking about expanding further into the west side of the Western Cape?
Definitely. We're always looking at expanding, but you get into somebody's territory. And,
Yes, of course, yes.
And it's not like the other provinces where you just come, you open the doors and you set up things. There is the right way, there's legal things that you need to make sure you comply with and stuff. But we are definitely looking, broadening our horizons and taking the business to different parts of the Western Cape as well.
Fantastic.
So if opportunities arise, we are looking into it and we'll definitely go for it if the right opportunity comes up or the right area, we say. Then
Okay.
we'll definitely invest in that area as well.
Really, from a mentor perspective, who would you say was your biggest inspiration mentor in your life? Like, if you can choose someone that meant a lot to you as a mentor.
There's a friend, and I'll like to send this to him as well. His
Okay.
name is Francois van die Kerk.
Okay.
He was one of the oldest warehouses, big shots. What a gentle guy, what a guy that,
Fantastic,
when everything's got tough, he's the guy to phone and he will always guide you on the right line. So, Francois van die Kerk has been, he's been doing a lot of things. He's a very good business person, a good friend, a family man. He's always, if I need to know if I'm doing the right thing, and I'm not sure, I definitely speak to Francois. So Francois van die Kerk had a big impact in my life and for the things where I am at the moment. So thank you, Francois.
Yes, that's fantastic. Yeah, Francois, if you have that sort of mentor that helps you and you still have an open door policy to him, you can phone him anytime, and it's developed into a beautiful friendship. That's fantastic, eh?
Yeah, no, that's like I said, I always believe as well. From a young age, you need to be somebody that that has already walked the path and and went through things that you still need to go through. And if you have somebody like it's an open door or whenever you just need to have a chat and to get some information or you're not sure you're making the right decisions, there's some guys that and he's definitely on top there. So yeah,
that's fantastic.
He's a good guy.
Now, for those of you that don't know Rudy is one of the most likable guys that you will meet. Rudy can walk into a clubhouse. He likes his golf. Rudy, what's your handicap at the moment?
I'm not that good at all. I wasn't there at one stage, but I'm 18 at the moment. But yeah, so we're working on that. Last year we couldn't play that much because of setting up all these things. But the Garden Route has the most beautiful golf courses around South Africa. So slowly we hope to work through it this year. I have the privilege to play some of it through December and a couple of courses already in January.
Yep.
But yeah, I hope my golf can improve this year.
Yeah. So what I was leading to is that he's just such an extraordinary guy. You can walk into a clubhouse, you can play a round of golf with him. If you haven't met him, he speaks to anyone, anytime. And I think that's a strong trademark of you. You can really adapt to any situation. You can think on your feet. Like I've known you since we were small, but the way that you can just embrace and take negative energy and turn it into positive energy. Because obviously, like me, you've had to fight to be where you are today. And it's still a fight. It's not over yet. It's still a fight to be that successful as you can be. But what's your take on if you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself, how do you take that negative energy and turn it into positive energy?
That's just quite a thing, So yeah, thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you very much.
Yep.
And I do believe you need to be very versatile in South Africa regarding
For sure, yeah.
all the different type of people that we work with. There's especially in the business world, you never know who's the guy on the other side, and what day you get that guy.
Yeah.
But currently, with all the situations in our country, we just need to wake up every morning and thank God to say
yes.
that today, whatever comes your way, God has put it on your path, so He knows you can handle it. So we actually, me and my wife and my children, we make sure that every day when we wake up, we got another day, we got another chance.
Yes.
So if something negatively, if you're going to want to be negative, you're going to be negative. So
That's true.
if you want to be positive, be positive. And
Yes.
if it's a negative thing, we turn it around and make it positive. So it's not always, you know, it's easy to say, we're all just human at the end of the day. So,
Yep.
but I just, you know, through our religion and our beliefs and stuff, make sure that we stay positive as
Yeah.
far as we can.
That's fantastic. Yeah, there's a saying that the only thing that you have control of is actually your state of mind.
That's right.
And if, like you say, if your state of mind is the way you just described it, you will definitely reach your path where it leads to a lot of success. You've already accomplished a lot of success. Okay, and then another question I would like to ask you, Rudy, is from here on building this business, are you open to any other, obviously you've built now, you've started building this business in Mossel Bay, and I think the next step would be to expand more. Like you said, there's a lot of, there's a bit of territory game. Obviously there's been guys that's been in the market a long time here, and now a new guy coming in. There's a bit of competition, a bit of argy-bargy, you know. But all above the belt, nothing below the belt. And at the end of the day, how do you are going to expand now, and but the question I want to ask you is, are you open to other forms of businesses? Like for instance, if somebody in England or somebody up north wants to make contact with you through Network Bastion, are you open for discussion on other types of business opportunities, or you just at the moment set on what you're doing now?
No, but we definitely open for new business. I always think that you need to make sure that you keep yourself open for business opportunities.
For sure.
Either for somebody in South Africa or overseas. I think currently there is still a lot of things in this country that we can bring to the market, and for guys to invest, especially the overseas guys. You know, there's things going on here that, you know, there's a lot of negativity out there about, you know, Eskom and things like that, and we all know about it, but we need to deal with that situations on a daily basis. So yeah, to answer your question, we definitely are open, not just in the concrete market, in real estate development, cement. There's, you know, there's
endless opportunities.
Endless opportunities. So you just need to make sure that the right opportunity with the right investors, make sure that we always will be looking into that stuff.
And the nice thing about Network Bastion, of course, is that we are building a network of people that we know. So it's not just somebody that can come into this group. Like I'm having this conversation with you, and at the end of this podcast, Rudy will be an official Network Bastion, a part of this network, and only a Network Bastion has the power to invite another Network Bastion to the group. So it's basically just a network of friends that we bring together, and you have friends that I don't know of, that we can, because your friend is obviously my friend. And this is what we are trying to achieve, and you've heard that Rudy is open for other business opportunities. Should one of you want to make contact with him, the website will be available in the next 4 weeks, and we can chat on that and have a chat. And yeah, and then you can make contact with Rudy if you want to build something in Mossel Bay, or if you want to talk about business, and or if you want to play golf, because Rudy, he likes golf.
Anytime. Like I just said, definitely I think you've got a good thing going on here, and the way you want to connect people with the right minds and the same, you know, views on things.
Yeah.
So thank you to yourself and Bastion Network. We also, like I said, with my partner Jarpietrix up in Gauteng, so wherever you are in South Africa, if there's buildings material, building supplies, things like that, we can definitely be always sort of assistant to see if we can help you, or if we can't help you, we'll definitely say so. But we have delivered quite almost everywhere in this country so far.
Okay.
Massive concrete, our business down here in the Western Cape. Like I said, we are busy looking at expanding it. We've already identified some spots. We just need to make sure that we comply to municipalities and the legal things. But yeah, thank you. So we're definitely looking forward, and hopefully there's people outside that other bastions that we can connect with.
Yes.
And we can set up a good thing here for future business. So
For
thank
sure.
you as well.
Yeah, and I just want to make it clear, ladies and gentlemen, it's, if you are watching this podcast and you're not a bastion, it does not prevent you from still making contact with Rudy. Obviously, his business is open, like you just said, through the whole of South Africa. So if you want quotes on cement or building material, he's the guy you can speak to. He will provide you excellent service like he's always been doing. And yeah, you can just make contact with him. I'll drop his details in the link below once I've uploaded the video. Rudy, would you like to say what's the name of your business and also your contact details? Just name it for our viewers. And the bastions, you will get access to Rudy's full profile in the next 4 weeks, where you can make contact with him. And but if you just want to tell our viewers where they can get in contact with you.
Yeah, like I said, we are massive concrete merchants
Okay.
down here in the Western Cape. You can reach us on our number 064 531 8847, or you can email me at rudy@massive-concrete.co.za or admin@massive-concrete.co.za. We are busy working on a website as well, so
Okay.
soon we'll have a website available as well. I'll give you that details, but you're more than welcome to phone me on 064 531 8847.
Fantastic. And like you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this Afrikaans word, we call it lekker. And that's one of the first words I normally teach to English guys. When I spent some time in America and the States, I used to tell those guys, the only word in Afrikaans you must learn really well is lekker. Because if you see a beautiful girl, it's a lekker girl. Eh? If something is nice, it's lekker, you know. And this is what we are doing, you know. We are lekker ouens. We are lekker oaks. We are lekker oaks that's got integrity, drive to succeed in life, focused on having success, and family men, of course. Most of us, I think 90% of the bastions will be married and have kids. So to be a bastion, you have to have that integrity, and you have to be a lekker oak, you know. So really, I would like to thank you for being on my podcast. You are my second bastion. And next week there will be 3 more joining us, so we are expanding slowly but surely. And it was a very informal type of podcast, and I think this is how we're going to rock and roll, because at the end of the day, if you make it something too formal, it's not lekker. It's like Joey is sitting in his kitchen, we've set up our little studio, and Rudy is going to cook for us now. We're going to have a glass of wine, and
We're just going to enjoy it.
we're just going to enjoy ourselves, yeah.
We're going to be lekker.
We're going to be lekker ouens.
Okay, I really thank you as well. So really thank you for coming out and having this podcast. It says a lot about yourself and what you're achieving at the moment. And good luck to you as well, and to your family as well. And just the last thing I want to say, I think all business men, women who's out there and is part of the Bastion Group, part or not part, the families also take a lot of toll on them.
Yes, for sure. Yep.
The children and the wives and stuff like that. So yeah, I would take this opportunity and thank the families.
Yes.
Of course, just to stand through thick and thin. It's not always having your own business.
True.
And it's not, definitely not in my situation. It didn't go smooth sailing always. And
Yes.
like I said, with my partner Jock, when days are not so gloomy and shiny, he's always there as well. But the families are the guys that, coming back to me, you just said earlier that you wake up in the morning and sometimes we're just human. You don't feel, but we need to turn it in a positive. It's because of the family.
So true, yeah. Yeah, that's really, that's well said. Without them, behind every good man is a good woman.
That's it.
Yeah. But thanks a lot, really. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna
you as well.
have a nice cook, and cook a nice meal, and then we're gonna have a few glasses of wine and relax. Are you still a Bull supporter, by the way? That's great.
Although I want to kick my TV sometimes, last night, but I'm still a Bull supporter. I'll never change.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm trying to. My son, we went and we watched the Blue Bulls against the Stormers on Christmas Eve, or just after. That was on Christmas Eve, I think. And they absolutely loved it. But when the Bulls took a hiding, the Stormers scored 3 amazing tries in a period of 5 minutes. And I was looking to my left, and he was sitting with his head in his hat, and he was just crying into his hat. And although he's growing up in the Western Cape, he is also a true Blue Bull, and so I will be as well. I will never change. And but that's the beauty of it, you know. And I'm looking forward to go and having a look here when the Bulls are playing down, the Stormers, go and have a nice happy game. Go with the kids and the family.
Definitely will.
And you will visit me in Robertson.
I'm coming. Next time it's my turn.
Yes.
Going up Robertson.
To the farm.
To the farm. I think I feel much better on the farm.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Bushveld. Well, guys, I'm going to hit the record button to stop, and you guys have an awesome evening. And Rudy, let's get things going with that cooking. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Bye.